Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. I am celebrating 40 days. And since I didn't weigh in on the first day that I started my live workouts, but I did the second day. Let me back up a little bit. Hi, everybody. It's Dory with Cauldron of Crafty Creations on YouTube. And I am celebrating a scale victory this evening with some Trilogy kombucha in my Dances with Wolves cup from my adult sippy cup. Which it's not, alcohol because I don't do that, but it's from my yarn aunt because I'm also a yarn aunt. We love our yarns. And not just the story kind. I do like that kind too, but I also like the yarn, the wool yarn for knitting and crocheting. So this was my Christmas present this last Christmas. And I think there must be some major solar flare activity going on because yesterday and today I just have not been feeling the greatest. And it's kind of that, like yesterday it was more nausea, but my head feeling like a migraine. And then today it was more the headache, migraine. And I finally was like, okay, I'll take a migraine pill. And I go to take one. Can't find them. And I know that I was almost out, but I thought I had at least one or two left. And I can't find them anywhere. So I called the pharmacy to see if I could get a refill. And I have refills, but they're expired because it's been more than a year. Because I've been getting so few migraines lately. Yay! And I can usually get rid of them with the plug the right nostril with a tissue for 20 minutes trick. As long as if I stop them before they get to full-blown migraine status, I can usually get them to stop. And so when I couldn't get a migraine pill refill, I decided to massage my temples with some copaiba and some castor oil and some frankincense. And then I massaged my entire scalp with castor oil, which is why I've got the hat on because my hair is like a grease ball right now. And I just went out to get myself some kombucha because the other night when I was feeling kind of yucky, I grabbed myself a kombucha and I haven't had one in a long time. And it just tasted really good and I felt better after. So I was like, maybe some live cultures from a kombucha would be good tonight. So after massaging all that oil into my scalp, I went ahead and put a hat on before I went in. I get the joke in my head that some of my more redneck relatives might say, well, with the oily hair, you just look like another greasy hippie getting kombucha. They're the kind of people. Just because that's how some of my... Anyway, so I went and got kombucha and now I'm bouncing because I feel better. Getting out of the house, I think, helped, and getting out in the sun, well, it wasn't really. The sun was kind of getting ready to go down by then, but getting outside, getting out, doing some walking. And after I had massaged all the stuff into my head, that had helped too. So I'm here. I've got 3 different beverages. I've got my ever-present giant mug of water. I've got my mug of Coming Up Roses tea that I made this afternoon for my headache. And then I came out to the living room and forgot to bring it with me and didn't go back and get it. So that was in the kitchen. And it's the mug still tastes like the other tea that I had been drinking out of here earlier in the week, the Bengal spice. So it's got a little bit of that, that kind of spice added to the rose. It's not really what I was expecting, but rose is super healing. So, so are the spices in the Bengal spice. So I guess we'll just, combine them for this time, and I'll make sure to wash the mug out before I make a different kind of tea next time. So I've got my trio beverages, and I had posted earlier, and I just saw the time ticker when it hit 444, and repeating 4s are always a message from my granny, and now as well. And so I got up this morning and I was like, oh, it's Sunday. So I'm only letting myself weigh myself once a week because I can get a little too caught up in the number on the scale. And I know that it's not that my self-worth isn't caught up in that, but because of the abuse that I dealt with my dad growing up about my weight and, you know, a lot of those issues, his lies that I took on to believe for many, many years, it still can be kind of a trauma thing. And, but it's also helped me know that I'm on the right track, because a while back I thought I was on the right track and was doing fairly well and hadn't weighed in like maybe 2 months. And I saw a doctor and was weighed in significantly higher than I had at my previous. And I was like, oh, I probably need to keep it. Anyway. And then my scale quit working. And so it was this whole, but anyway, so I weigh in about once a week. I didn't weigh last weekend, but I saw the doctor on Tuesday and I weighed this morning. And so I put on a Facebook post out there earlier today, asking people to guess how much I've lost in 40 days, because this is day 41 workout, but I weighed in the day after I started the podcast or the YouTube channel. 34 pounds in 40 days. Booyah! Who's a rock star? I'm a rock star. Ooh, ooh. So I am very, very, very proud of myself. And I know that my mama is up there very, very proud of me as well. And I'm just super proud of myself for continuing to show up even on the days when I don't really feel like it. You know, in the past, I would have used today, like the headache earlier today, as an excuse. No, I'm just not going to work out at all today. And I felt good this morning, but then started feeling yucky later, and it's just been like a whole, yeah. I think there's big solar flare stuff going on, and I know that I am doing a lot of releasing and cleansing on a spiritual level, and so the body can kind of go, what are you doing to me? when you go through a lot of that very quickly. So being cognizant of kind of that, all of those things that can play into it. But also like doing what I needed to do to feel better, and now showing up instead of using it I didn't feel well today, so I'm just going to make that an excuse for the whole day. Nope. I'm going to use that as I found a way, made a way, and showed up anyway. So, yeah. So it's been, oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh. So yesterday, like Thursday, ad on Facebook for this quantum healing something. And I was like, oh, that looks interesting. Sure, click. I don't have, anything on my calendar on Saturday. I'll check this out. Click, sign up. Yesterday morning, I go to look to see what time it was because I thought it was in the afternoon. Sure enough, it started at 3 p.m. my time because they're based in the Gold Coast in Australia. So he's got that Australian accent. Love the Australian accent. Anywho, so I see my email, I go in, and then I posted a link on Facebook, like, this looks really amazing. And I actually, before I posted the link, I did the meditation. I was like, okay, he's good. Like, he's definitely got some good stuff going. And so did that, and it went from 3 p.m. until like midnight-ish. And one of the biggest takeaways that I got from it was the magic that you seek is in the work you are avoiding. Yeah, it is. Because when I finally sit my butt down and get that work done that I've been avoiding forever, like, magic happens, right? So I was like, okay, that's awesome. And at one point he goes, okay, what was the biggest takeaway? What's the biggest thing for you so far? And I put that one down, and, he read some of them out, and he's like, okay, Dory, I see you. And then a couple hours later, he goes, okay, so now what's your biggest takeaway? Put it in the chat. And I said, the magic that you seek is in the work that you're avoiding, ... Still. And he'd comment, he's like, oh, that one really got you there, didn't it, Dory? So anyway, oh my gosh, you guys. And I have no idea how. Apparently other people paid for the VIP ticket. I just clicked and signed up and got the invite to the VIP room to start at this time. And so I went in at that time, and it was the VIP room that apparently was the paid part of, but everybody, there was the free day long thing. And then there was an hour early for the VIP, and I manifested a free ticket to that. So it was fire, everything. There was so much amazing stuff. And there was like practical stuff, and there was spiritual stuff, and there was business stuff, and there was life stuff, and there was breath work. And it was just all like, and inner trauma or inner child healing. And a big chunk of, well, that hour, the early hour the VIP hour that I manifested was focused on like organizing your time. And I literally just gifted, and actually today's the last day. Oh, hola Delia, ¿cómo está? So I just gifted everyone who registered for my Moon Magic and Manifestation portal by today. So you still have time if that's something that you're interested in. I gifted the Seashell Serenity Scheduler and Amazing Organizational System masterclass. That is a $75 value for everybody else. They got an advanced copy of the planner, the scheduler, and they get a free ticket to attend that seminar that I'm going to do. And because like his stuff, some of it is based on, I believe it's Stephen Covey's book. I'm going to have to look because I've had a couple of different trainings that touch on it, and I kind of took, my own spin to it. And then he has his own spin on it. And I really like some of the stuff that I got from him. And so I'm going to be adding some of that to my masterclass when I teach it. And so it was perfect divine timing that I got that just as I was gifting advanced copies of that scheduler and getting ready to schedule the masterclass. So that was super exciting. The whole thing was amazing. And I was like, the breathwork part was, well, we did 3 different breathwork sessions, but the main breathwork session was at the very end, which of course for me was way past my bedtime. And I like pushed myself to stay up for it because it was like everything had been so good. And I remember doing the breathwork, and I remember the breathwork ending. And then I woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. And I don't know, I did not put my CPAP on, and I don't remember if they wrapped it up or if my computer was still on and I fell asleep at the tail end of it. I'm not entirely sure because I don't remember that little part after the breath work. But it was incredible. So, and I took pages and pages of notes, and so I'm going to be organizing those and dripping some of the golden nuggets from them out into my stories and my posts, because I did get so much out of it. And one of the really cool things that we did is he works with your 8 chakras. So the 7 chakras in your body, and then the one soul star chakra that's right above your head, and has them aligned with different areas of your life, which they totally are. And he has designed this wheel of life where you can go in and evaluate yourself on his website. And I will share the link to that because it was really, really cool. And so I did that. And then you rate yourself, and you kind of put a little explanation as to why. And then at the end, you kind of set your goals. And so, after you finish it, you click, send, and it completed, and it emails you a PDF of it. And so I downloaded my PDF and printed it out for a copy for myself. And he said that he has a calendar set up to email him every 3 months, every 12 weeks, to remind him to go back in and do it and reevaluate where he is. And so which areas of life need a little bit of focus. I was like, oh, I like that idea. And I also had posted in the chat when I clicked finish on it, and I was like, I had written out the goals for where I want to be in 12 months. And I was like, yeah. So as soon as I get that PDF, I am emailing that to both my coach and my therapist, because, to help hold me accountable and help, remind me, wait, is this in alignment with your goals? So, so it was really, really, really good. And so I'm excited to be sharing some more of what I learned and did. And, so that was really good. And then I did make a post and put in my stories today. I do have 5 slots available currently for private healing clients in March. And the price on those does go up on March 10th. So if you're wanting to get in at the current rate, you're going to want to let me, get in the DMs and we can do a payment plan on the current rate. But you would have to make your first payment by the 9th in order to get that. So we've got that. And then my VIP after party on Friday was incredible. We had so much fun. And the cards that I pulled were just so on point, as they always are, and had, some really good interaction. And that was fun. So anybody who joins that Moon Magic and Manifestation portal will have the replay to that. And so you'll be able to look and see how those cards apply to you. And you'll also get the journal that goes with both the full moon. Well, if it goes with the full moon and then the VIP after party. So if that is of interest, that one is only $22 a month, or save 25% if you pay for 6 months at a time. So that is what I have. And I have a couple of other offers that I am working on getting out to very, very soon. And I'm super excited about them. So there's another M&M, because there's going to be Milestones and Miracles. And then another one that I think is going to be a little bit later. And that title I'm not giving out because that was anyway. Yeah. So lots of exciting things happening and opportunities to work with me in different ways. I do also have 1 or 2 private tutoring slots as well. So if you have a child in your life who could use some assistance in school, I really specialize in elementary school. I do work with some middle school and high schoolers, reading, writing, math. Those are kind of my core areas. I can certainly do some science and social studies, but my deepest heart is in the reading, writing, and math. So that's where my deepest passion lies. And so that is what I have available. And I'm looking forward to March. Is going to be a very, very amazing month. We're doing, I think it's Money Madness March with my coach in ABCAF, Abundant, Balanced, and Courageous AF, which is incredible. And so I also have an affiliate link for that. If you're looking to work with a business coach she's got an MBA, but she's also a business healer and helps you heal the areas in your life and align your business to your human design and your life's purpose based on your human design. So she's phenomenal. I love Meg Zeke. I'm so grateful to be working with her. So yeah, lots of good stuff going on. And so it's been a good day. I mean, I had the not feeling so good chunk in there, but I also, had some good time this morning, got some good stuff done, and I really did some self-care today, and caught up on messages with one of my good friends, and we do Marco Polo. So I had a couple of videos of hers to catch up on, and then recorded a couple videos back to her, and then tried to take a nap 2 different times and just never fell asleep. And then I did my nice castor oil and essential oil massage on my scalp. And I'm done with my workout. I'm going to go take a nice shower and wash all that oil out of my hair. So it's been, overall a good day, even if there was a little bit of a not feeling so good. Maybe I just needed that reminder to kind of slow down and take a little me time to just kind of rest and digest, take care of me. I've been doing my nose trick that my physical therapist taught me a couple years ago. And he taught it to me for chronic pain. And so what you do is you plug your right nostril and then you breathe exclusively through your left nostril. And what that does is it pulls you out of fight or flight and into rest and digest. And, he would always use like a piece of a cotton ball. I like a tissue a little bit better because the cotton ball kind of dries out the nostril a little bit more. But I've also, like, one time I was driving to see my therapist and I started having an anxiety attack as I'm driving. And so I'm like plugging that nostril with my finger and like trying to calm myself down. It helped. But I said, oh, I wonder if that would help with my migraines. Because at that point I was literally having migraines like about 5 times a week. 5 times a week, bad enough to need to take the migraine medication for them. And it was rough because I had a head injury. And so I started doing, as soon as I would start to feel the littlest glimpse of a headache coming on, I would, put the tissue or cotton ball, or even if I was out and about and all I had was my finger, I'd do that. And usually within 1 or 2 minutes, all signs of the migraine coming on would be gone. And so, I did that for a couple of weeks, and then I stopped having regular migraines, and I now have them very, very rarely. Hence the going into being over a year since I've had filled a refill on the medication. Or maybe not since I've filled it, but since it's been called in. Because it was even the doctor that I hadn't seen since December of 2022. So, yeah, so that was, and I thought I was done working out, and I kind of stopped and was talking, and I just kind of started bouncing again because I'm on the ball and it's just automatic. It feels good. So I guess we'll keep going. I am definitely feeling like I have more stamina, which is really nice to be able to do it longer and, be able to add some hand motions in. I do have to be careful with this shoulder. It's been bothering me again. So doing some hands, arms, in addition to the bouncing, and thought about going to the pool today, but I just decided I wasn't quite up to it. Maybe tomorrow. So that's what I know. And I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night, relax a little bit, and then go wash all this castor oil out of my hair. So, as always, I hope that you do something today that sets your soul on fire and brings you joy, and that you follow your bliss. I love you all. I will see you next time. Take care.